All right, so let's go ahead and get this started. You guys like my cute little background, my turtle? I love turtles. So let's go ahead and go to my 23andMe app, and we'll click on that. So how I ended up getting this app, or not the app, but the actual kit itself, my boyfriend actually gifted it for me for Valentine's Day this year. This was actually one of the things that I wanted to do in 2018. It was something, a goal, or something that I wanted to do and that I had set for myself to complete this year. And he actually got it for me, and I thought it was really sweet. And it just goes to show that, he listens. He listens to me, and he always surprises me with little things like this. And so I just thought it was really nice of him to do, and I love him for it. So let's go ahead and go to, well, before I click on Ancestry Reports, so essentially there's two types of kits that you can purchase. There's the general, the standard kit, which is just your ancestry composition, so it'll tell you what your background is and all that stuff. And then you can also opt out for the health reports. So the health reports will tell you if you have any genetic dispositions for certain diseases, or if you're genetically dispositioned for certain traits and all that stuff. So I thought that was pretty cool. And on mine, it actually tells me that, I'm supposed to have or attached earlobes, and I actually have one of each. My right earlobe is detached and my left is attached, so I thought that was pretty funny. So let's go ahead and click on Ancestry Reports, and we'll go to Composition. And here is my breakdown, everyone. So this is me. I was so excited to get this. I was actually really nervous to open up my reports, because I've always wanted to know what I was. As a child and growing up as an adult, I would always have people asking me, what are you? Do you know what you are? Are you Indian? Are you mixed? Like, what are you? And I never knew. I never knew, because being from Latino descent, it's hard. So many people conquered that land back in the day, and so there's so much mixed DNA. And so as a Latino, you have genetic compositions from so many different countries and backgrounds, and this just goes to show that a Latino is a whole lot of something. So here is my genetic composition. So when I first opened it up, I saw European 51.2%, and I flipped, because I did not think that I was this much European. I knew I had some in me, but not this much. So if you click on each composition here, your percentage, it will highlight that portion of the map. So let's go ahead and click on Liberian, and it will highlight the Spain and Portugal on here as well. So, and it also kind of gives you a little history lesson and all that stuff, which I always think it's really, really cool. On the bottom portion of this paragraph here, it says conquistadors from Portugal and Spain colonized parts of Africa, Oceania, and the Americas, and Liberian DNA is now relatively common in Latino peoples from Central and South America, which is very true, because that is where my family is from. We are from Central South America, and we are Latino. And it does look like here I have a pretty high concentration of Portugal ancestry, and it does say right here, we predict you had ancestors that lived in Portugal within the last 200 years. So that's cool. And it looks like I had a little bit of Jewish in me, 1.4%. So that is pretty cool. And Southern European, that's where the other big chunk comes from. So this is going to highlight all of the Mediterranean areas, so Italy, Greece, what other, Malta, all these other places, which I always thought was pretty cool, because I've always wanted to visit these places, and that I want to go so bad. So hopefully that'll happen in the near future. And another big one, Native American, 36.4%. But let's go ahead and click on that. And if you read the paragraph here again, it gives you I'm yawning. A little bit of a again, history lesson on that as well. And if you click right here, it says Mexico. We predict that you had ancestors that lived in Mexico within the last 200 years. Again, that is very correct because my family is from Mexico. They migrated here. And East Asian and Native American. So again, it gives you more information on that as well. And this one was a pretty big shocker. Sub-Saharan African, 2.2%. I did not think that my percentage was going to be so high. I am a firm believer that the first human originated from Africa. That's just my belief. Being in school for so long and studying, and I think that's where we came from. And as most know, a lot of people, especially Latinos, will have some sort of percentage of African American DNA in them. But I really wasn't expecting mine to be so high, because if you do have a little bit, it's normally going to be less than 1%. And for mine to come back 2.2%, I thought that was pretty cool. Which kind of, I can see where I get some of my traits from. Namely my hair. My hair is very, very, I got that ethnic hair, guys. So, let me see here. And, East African, we'll click on that right there. And Sub-Saharan African. And then right here, North African and Arabian, which I've actually gotten that a lot. I've actually had a few people come up to me speaking Arabic, and I had no idea what they were saying until, they figured out that I wasn't. Oh man, I've had so many people come up to me and just think that I was part of their race, and I was not. I had no idea what they were saying. So I thought that was pretty cool. So this highlights Morocco, Algeria, Libya, Egypt, the Arabian Peninsula, all of those places there. So that was pretty cool. And this right here, unassigned. So this is where I think I messed up in terms of when I did my sample, my spit sample, because you do have to spit in a little tube. Sorry, I don't know why I keep yawning. It's time for my nap. So you do have to spit in a tube. And I think one of the reasons why I have such a huge gap, 6-point-something% unassigned, is because I did not give my body sufficient time to process what I had in my mouth earlier before I had done this. So I suggest, if you want the cleanest sample you can possibly get, don't do what I did, because after I opened it up, basically, instructions say you wait 30 minutes, or wait 30 minutes after your last meal or drink. Don't drink anything, no water, no nothing, 30 minutes before doing your kit testing. But if you want the cleanest sample, I would probably suggest, guys, do it in the morning after you wake up, before you have anything, like any water. Don't drink any water, anything like that. Just as soon as you wake up, just go ahead and do your spit sample and go about your day. Because my boyfriend did his, and his unassigned composition was only a little bit over 3%. So he got a little bit more breakdown on this. So, and they are constantly updating this, so that unassigned might actually end up getting more filled out as time goes on. But yeah, guys, this is my ancestry composition. This is me, this is who I am, and now that I have further understanding of what I actually am, I'm honestly so proud of my descendants and where I came from and my heritage and all of that stuff. So love yourself, guys. Just love yourself. Alrighty, let's go ahead and exit out now, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.